Are you feeling now a real call to make some changes in your life? Difficult changes, or at least is it becoming more and more difficult to ignore what isn't working for you? Or maybe you know it's not working for you, and maybe you really are ready to make changes. Maybe you've even tried, but you haven't been able to stick with it, and it's just frustrating you. You know thoughts create, and you know you need to be positive, and you know you have guides out there, and you know your intuition, but none of it is coming together. Well, today we're going to talk about ending that frustration and how to get organized and how to get into the flow so that you are no longer living out of integrity with and out of vibrational harmony with your spirit, and how to start experience a life where you're not feeling scared and threatened and traumatized all the time. I mean, we are meant to be at peace, and we have the power to do that. And we have the power to create lives that work, and we have the support that we need. But it is a whole transformation, a whole different way of being that allows these pieces to come into place. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And if you're new to my channel, I'm so glad you're here. I think your spirit brought you here, and I truly hope you find something that speaks to you. And if you've been with me and you're coming back, welcome back. Today we are at what is called a tipping point. We are at a place in time where we really do need to get honest, and we need to get courageous, and we need to slow down and really make some what could be challenging and even difficult decisions, but in the end will be massively healing and liberating ones. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. How to get out of your head and out of the potential of a good life and actually into the experience of having a good life. So the first thing is you can't reach out for something greater until you let go of what's in the hand. So we're going to start by suggesting take a look at what in your life is not working and just acknowledge it. What is not working? What relationships, what friendships, what condition in your body, what place that you live, what isn't working? And I know that can be overwhelming because you think, oh my God, I can never start over. But yes, you can. And you're being helped to, you're being invited to, and we all need you to, because for every one of us that makes decisions that start moving us in the direction of what is really good for us, it reverberates out and helps others do the same. So let's start there. What just isn't working? Now, you may not have a real clear sense of it. For example, the other day I went out with what I thought was becoming a new friend. And yet every time that we had gone out and spent some time together here in Paris where I live, I came home feeling a bit drained. Didn't really have fun. It was okay. I didn't have anything specifically going wrong, but I didn't have anything specifically going right. And so once again that happened, and on my way home, I thought, okay, why am I so relieved to be away from this person? And the more I thought about it, the more it became apparent to me that the reason why is because my entire time with this particular person, the conversation was always exclusively focused on her. The time, the attention, the energy, the experiences were always focused on her. Now, I'm a good sport, and I love to be an uplifter, so I didn't mind. And the things she suggested were fun, but I realized as I was walking home, there's never a reciprocation. And as it turned out that particular day, just the other day, I really needed some support to do an errand or two that would help me. And 3 or 4 times I said, I just need to do this. And she sabotaged every single step of the way. She wanted to look in this shop. She wanted to go to that place to go to the restroom. She wanted to look at the church. She wanted to admire the flowers. She wanted to do everything but say, let's go. Let me help you get your errand done. And while we were together, I didn't really connect the dots, but I was getting more and more and more drained. And afterwards, when I got home, I couldn't sleep all night. Then I woke up and I thought, that's it. This is the kind of person that I've had a lot of in my life. Takers. People who are happy to have my attention, but didn't have a whole lot to give back. And because it was just more of a whole experience I didn't want, once I acknowledged it, I had a whole rush of energy come back and I was relieved. Thank God. Now I know I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to have a big announcement. I'm not going to have a showdown. I'm just not going to be available because that is not fun for me. Now that is an example of how to look at your life and recognize what isn't working, because it might be elusive. It might not be glaringly wrong. It just, where in your life do you feel drained? Where in your life do you feel like you're putting out more energy for something than you're getting back? Where in your life are you triggered and irritated and losing patience? Now is the time to acknowledge these things. And secondly, ask your higher self, your highest spirit guide, your creators, and your divine support system to help you stop this and stop living at this low level vibration that keeps you out of touch with yourself, abandoning yourself, not self-loving, over-giving, not laughing, not feeling empowered, not being creative, not in the flow of your guides. And that's what we are being invited to stop. All those little things that create a big drag in our lives. It's happening to everybody. We do have to pay attention. And it's something that we can address. Don't let your ego and your habits go, God, I can't do this, because you can. Because it's easier than ignoring it. Yeah, there's some discomfort. But just think about all the discomfort you put up with when you constantly have to go against the grain of the beautiful spirit that you are. Now, I recommend that you not decide that now is the time to make a bunch of announcements and make everybody in your life wrong, because they won't get it. It's just not a vibrational match. So the thing is, instead of you telling everybody else to level up, you want to step out and do it in a subtle, self-loving, graceful way. So this is where you can ask for your higher self to come back in, get back in touch with what your inner guidance is saying to you, but it's not saying it here. It's saying it in your heart. It's saying it in your skin. It's saying it in every step you take. So you become more centered in self. That doesn't mean selfish. Centered. Call yourself back to self. And listen, but don't listen with your ears. Listen with your whole being to what doesn't feel uplifting, what doesn't feel authentically loving to you. And it doesn't mean everybody has to be nice and sweet and agree with you, but they do have to show interest in who you really are. And this is a time where we need to separate. If we are with the wrong experience, we need to admit it, and we need to ask for our guides and higher self to give us the power and the force and the direction to get back on the track that's right for us. And it's not a crapshoot. It is not a chaos-inducing experience. It's a couple of quick decisions. And these decisions will lead you to the way forward. You're not supposed to have a miserable life. You are designed to have a glorious life. And you know what? That is 3 components. Component number 1, come back to self. Come back to what is right for you. Come back to your intuition. Turn on your inner senses. Turn the dials up so you feel it. Number 2, connect with your divine support system. Connect with your guides, because you can't do this alone. We're not designed to do this alone. All the great spiritual teachers that we have followed had helpers. We have helpers. It's called our spiritual guidance system. Our angels, our guides, our teachers, the light beings, our higher self, our creator. That force is there for you if you connect with it, and you need to. And the third thing is to understand the universal laws of manifestation. And from this place of aligned with my true self and working with my guides, I apply those laws that are very easily laid out, and they're one step at a time to guide you, to directly walk you up the staircase to your glorious life. It's not random. It's not a crapshoot. It's not bigger than you. It is available. And that's why I put together a program called Your Glorious Life. This is what I have devoted my life to teaching. And these three components are all required. You can't just follow your intuition. You need divine support. You can't just rely on your guides. You need to follow your intuition, and you need to understand the rules and the laws of the universe. But when you put all these three together, you know what happens? Life miraculously flows. So I'm inviting you to check it out, to give yourself a chance to move out of a frustrating life and move into a glorious life. It isn't a crapshoot. It isn't random. It isn't shooting fish in a bowl. It isn't bigger than you. And in the glorious life, not only will I help you through this 6-week program, but you'll meet people in the program who will also help you, because this is how we evolve. With guidance, with mentoring, with kinship, community support, and direction. So I hope to see you. Click the link below and join me for your glorious life. I've been teaching this for a long time, and the people I've taught it to are having a glorious life. And I want that to be you next. So I hope I see you there. All my love.